Good morning, dog walkers everywhere. No plans this morning. Well, I've got a plan, but I hadn't got up with a plan. It was a thought. I had trouble motivating myself today, so I thought, right, let's go and do a video of a walk we haven't been on with Marth. But the thing is, there's no coffee shops I know of, which is the biggest, oh, tell me she's having a poo. She's having a wee. No, she's having a poo. Back in a minute. That was a wee. No coffee shops that I know of. This could be a disaster. But I know where I'm heading. I am heading towards the second oldest. Oh, that's a poo. Excuse me. Sorry about that. 1 and 2's done, and she usually does it by a bin. No bin. Okay, so we're heading towards another cemetery. Sorry, it's morbid, but hey, and it's the second oldest cemetery in England. I mean, Derby's not famous for many things. Well, actually, it is. So we're going to wander around there, tell you a little bit more about it. Right, anybody want any free stuff? Just off New Toxterall Road? Please take me, I'm free. Woo. Martha, anything there you want? No biscuits. Oh, sorry. I'm not feeling the love today. That's the skyline of Derby. Not feeling the love today. I haven't felt the love for about 2 years now. I'm going to that one. But we're heading towards this cemetery, which is 1800s. 3,000 graves, but 6,000 to 8,000 burials. I'm sure you can work that out. Families staying together in life and in death, I suppose. I showed my dad the video I made of the house I was born in. Obviously him and mum lived together, because of his short-term memory. The long-term memory, I remember most things, neighbours' names and everything. I don't think he recognised the house though. It's exactly the same apart from a different front door, but he watched the whole video from start to finish, which is it's a nice thing. It's a nice thing to bring back the memories. No idea what this is. It looks like an old antique shop. Crikey, I've never seen this before. Slate hearts, 50p. I know somebody's got a heart of a slate, or a heart made of slate. Just found a little bit of green area I never knew existed. A quick look round here. Look at that. Bloody poo bags. But I walked half a mile with my poo bag and threw it in the bin. In fact, I bet there's a bin around here somewhere if I look closely enough. No, don't know what this is. But then again, this is what adventures are around about, even. Oh, it's quite a big park. If it's big enough to let her off the Marth off the lead, we'll do that. No plans this morning, as I say. I'm not going to see Dad this morning. Rotten night last night. Rotten dream again about the past. It's amazing what the brain the brain sort of keeps in the memory banks that way, and then comes back to remind you. So real as well. It's starting to rain as well. Of course it is. No idea what this park is. Ooh. Rodich Recreation Ground. There we go. Found it. Rodich Recreation Ground. Better style of graffiti. Beauty is all around. Not behind this camera, it ain't. Right, let's go and have a see. What's most annoying is, they say there's a housing shortage. The most annoying is it's people living on the streets. And you get buildings like this, which, with a bit of input from the council, could be made into affordable living flats. Shame. Oh, the larder. Not seen a coffee shop yet. This is not going to be good. Spudway, even that's closed. Bugger. So, here we go. The Choxall Road Cemetery, built in 1840 something or other. Reputed to be haunted, as like any other good graveyards. That is packed. It's not. Never done a funeral here because the simple reason is it's full. It's full. There's no reopening. There's nothing. And I should imagine there's Commonwealth war graves here as well. I'll try and find a couple of them. I don't know, haunted by who, I don't know. If they're getting out of the graves to look for a coffee, good luck to them, because I haven't found anywhere yet. There used to be a chapel. There used to be a chapel here, obviously for doing the funerals and services. That was knocked down because there's no room anymore. So it's now a small car park. First grave we find, Alfred Underwood, 1851 to 1898. Oh, his wife lasted another 39 years. That's unusual. So I don't know whether these gravestones have been pushed over by vandals or taken down by the council in case they fall on somebody. No idea. William Walton. Good night, John boy. It'd be nice if there were like some sort of plaques to tell you what these things are. It's obviously a private burial ground of some sort. It's getting a bit grey. I think it's going to rain soon, so if we can't find a coffee shop, we'll have to get back in the car and find one somewhere else. Surprising actually, in the 1800s you wouldn't think people would live very long, but the 70s, 80s, even people in the 90th year that lasted. 29 years old George William. Bless. Only the ghosts come out at night, they get a little bit tired. Go sit down under the tree, read a book. Moth, you alright? Moth, she's alright. High up in the news at the moment is the story of that funeral director and his partner who took the money but kept the bodies at the premises. I don't get that. I don't get how people can lay dead for 2 or 3 weeks in their own house, because the smell is a smell you never forget. And if you are easily offended, fast forward this bit, because when you go to a decomposing body, which I have done many times, the smell is horrendous. And this is the worst part. If you breathe it in, and at that night you have beans for tea, you need a trump. See, you can trump the same smell, which means you're inhaling something which isn't good. Dogs except guide dogs. So anyway, Martha's not a guide dog, I didn't realise that, but she does guide me to the pub, so that counts. Look at that, John Weston, the 13th year of his age. I'd love to know what happened. 1880. I should imagine wandering around here at night with the dog would be a little bit spooky. I'm not scared of ghosts. I'm scared of people who might be taking drugs or out to rob you. My goodness. But I still walk around it. Who cares? See, ivy gets everywhere, but it seems to pick its own spot. That one is definitely covered. And then you get 2 headstones with that. Oh, there is inscriptions. It's been sandstone. It's just blasted away. Wow. There's some age here, unbelievable. Okay, you don't get much more detail than that. In loving and affectionate remembrance, James, the loved child of James and Bessie Brunel Harwood, aged 4 years, 4 months, who gently fell asleep at 5 o'clock on Monday afternoon, the 3rd of January 1873. Gently fell asleep, that's nice. I don't think any of these graves are attended, but there are some lovely lights with a Coke can. I know a couple of grave diggers I still see out and about sometimes, and I should imagine I know it is, reopeners can be a little bit dangerous, depending on how, if the first coffin's been down there a long time, of course it's deteriorated the wood and everything like that, and so they have to dig down, but try not to break into the coffin below and leave enough soil for the weight of the second coffin not to collapse onto the first, which wouldn't look very good at a graveside. I remember Dad told me about his dad, my granddad. He was doing a reopener once, and his foot went into the coffin below, and it was all gooey in there. Yeah, and he had to pull him out. Nothing really shocked him, but that upset him. Victorians certainly took death very seriously. To be a gravestone reader, there's so many stories here. Another one there, Clara, aged 8 years, not lost but gone before. Bless, again, Clara, 1878. Actually, just going back to this gravestone, the father died at 33 in 1878. Lovely. And then his daughter in November 1878, and then the wife a year later, age 37. One wonders if that was some sort of illness, or, as I said, gravestones tell a story, especially the Victorian ones. This cemetery is nice and flat. There's one in Belper that's up a hill, and we did a burial there in winter, snowy, and it was treacherous underfoot, and we managed to get the coffin up the hill, and the mourners were following behind, very light-footed, and put the coffin on the battens that sit above the grave, and I turned round and slipped. All fours, I was sliding down the hill. The vicar tried to catch me, the grave digger tried to catch me, one of the mourners tried to catch me, and I nearly made the road at the bottom. It was so embarrassing, and I think somebody filmed it. I've never seen it yet on You've Been Framed or Ariel's Is it the same thing? But yeah, they say don't drop the coffin. It's a great book by the late Barry Albin that gives you a great insight into being an undertaker. Just found a soldier's grave. Royal Inniskillen Fusiliers, 47, 1916. As I said in the earlier video, in real life these graves could all be reopened and used again, because you only sort of rent a grave or live in it for 99 years, then officially you can be opened up and somebody else buried in your grave. That's all down to decomposition, I should presume, because there's not a lot left. There wouldn't, if you start digging these graves up, you find just a few bones and things. So it's a lot of space, but we seem to have a lot more space left. And as I say, that now a lot of people are going for cremation. But there is a new I mentioned this before, there's a new process just been talked about where you're actually put in a professional compost heap, and within a few days the stuff that's in there with you blends into the soil, and you give the soil back to the families if they want it, and they can plant roses on it or whatever. It's a nice thought, and it's not using much energy to do it, as in cremation, but it's going to be expensive still. It's a rip-off, funerals are, honestly. I just stopped a lady to ask if where the nearest coffee shop was, and apparently it's in town, so this is going to be a long walk. Or is it? Or shall we turn round? You know what, I'm going to turn round. I was in town the other day. Back in a minute. So this is the business centre, but originally it's for training school mistresses. Yeah, I did a mail job. It's a private mail company. You have to use your own car to deliver these parcels that were stamped way below the post office rates. And the first day and the last day, a gent came with me. He had a load of parcels, and I had to drive the car, and I got money per mile, but it was frantic. He wanted me to break the speed limits, park on pavements. 6 hours of that, I was knackered, so I never went back, and in fact I never got paid because I never went back. 2 weeks later, you never really sit in your own passenger seat. I was there cleaning, and I found a parcel, and it was full of car keys for new cars that should have been delivered by this chap. So I did the right thing. I did. I went back to the company at night so I didn't get sued, and posted into the letterbox. I'm a good lad. Well, sadly I failed there. No coffee. The graveyard wasn't dog friendly, although I'm sure the residents don't mind. Heading back to the car now. I remember where I parked it, and we'll go and find coffee somewhere else. Thanks for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care till the next one. Goodbye from me, and goodbye from the moth. Goodbye. For those that may lose sleep thinking I never got a coffee, I did. I had a choice of 3 right next to each other: Greggs, Subway, Costa. I've gone posh and gone for Costa, and yeah, it was only about half a mile away from where I parked, so I suppose, yeah, and it's dog friendly as well, this Costa, although we sat outside and it's a bit breezy. Thanks for watching, chaps. See you soon. Take care.